My third year writing YouTube comments is complete, so let's examine some highlights from this past year. I'll try to keep this fairly short and sweet, since we've already started into Yarfir. Over 1,600 comments of mine on over 1,200 videos were posted, averaging over 4 comments and over 3 videos per day or thereabout. I also published 15 videos of my own, though 3 are unlisted, and I'm not counting a video that was made just to help a friend out. I also made 2 sets of subtitles for videos that weren't my own, before YouTube discontinued community captions as a feature. Neither were published, but the caption files were ones that I managed to download, just in case those videos' owners would like to add them in the future. Now there were 2 additional instances worth noting regarding captions. A video transcript that I wrote in a comment to help a hard of hearing viewer was the first one, and the other was when I made parody lyrics for an instrumental production where the channel's reaction was to add them as English Canada subtitles to the video itself just for fun. Neither of those were done out of obligation or duty. I just felt like writing them when I saw each opportunity. I'll count the transcript in the same stats category as the other subtitles after this slide, but while worth mentioning here, I won't have the parody lyrics similarly categorized. 2 more full-fledged collaborations were published in Yartrai, both of which were released on the channels of the collaborators. I also had a cameo appearance in a third video, and I shall try to make sure all of the links are in the description for you to check out later. Here's the most surprising statistic, at least it was to me. 6 channels added me as a moderator, in addition to the ones from last year. The reasoning wasn't exactly the same though. You see, there are more reasons to designate mods than may at first appear. 2 did stream games like the channels from last year, though these didn't livestream very often. 2 hosted chatting streams and needed someone they trusted in order to help ban some trolls. 2 more made me a mod just for showing up, as several other viewers had gotten the exact same treatment, the rationale being that it's easy enough to change the roles, so why not use moderator as a tool to retain viewers that don't immediately spam? Whatever the reason, when I show up to a stream where I am a mod, I try to help as best I can. Last but not least, in year 3, I developed my rhyming skills some more, and I had opportunities to make and strengthen numerous internet friendships. These points are similar to what I'd done during the 2 years before, but they're still worth mentioning since they're the details I find to be the most precious. Next up, I have a couple of comparison slides, with the goal of giving some more channel-sized perspective. The first has each year's stats side by side, and the second compares the Yartrai with the average and the total of the data collective. I didn't post as many comments in year 3 as in year 2, but in general, I was more satisfied with the quality that the comments had. The video output was down as well, and that bothers me a bit since there were a few videos that I had planned, started, and filmed but ultimately chose to postpone or scrap. Compared to the 3-year average, year 3 was just that, average. But that's simply the quantity of output in this comparison, not a measurement of the quality. Looking at the total, I've posted about 5,000 comments in 3 years. My stats might allege it's less than that on screen, but my internal records show that rounding has affected the accuracy. See, I round my numbers down for the comment totals in these presentations, because I don't think it's worth incentivizing comments for numbers' sake. My goal is simply to give an idea of what I've done, not the specifications of all my YouTube doings, as I'm human, so there are plenty of errors that I can make. In spite of my errors, I do want to show an accurate picture of what I've done with my comments. So here is a listing of each video where my remarks were proven to have had the largest audience. While none of these topped the most liked comment from year 2, which itself gained as many new likes in year 3 as the others on this slide did, the overall likes of the top most liked comments were of a much higher value. Instead of 100 or 200 likes, each of these received at least 700. I won't read these comments, but I will explain why the top 3 specifically received a number of likes so high. The third was the aforementioned parody that I wrote, which was enjoyed so much that the comment was also pinned, so it was in a position for more people to like. The second most liked comment was wholesome and relevant to the video, plus it was posted soon after the video went up, ending up in more comment readers' sites. The first was actually on a community post, rather than a video. I thought the post was worded strangely, but then I realized it was in haiku. Consequently, I quickly used its iconic format to show that I recognized and appreciated what the poster had intended to do. It happened almost immediately, and the realization gained traction so quick that other attempts for similar effect by other commenters weren't quite able to stick, in the same way that mine had. Add in the rare heart from the channel, and the comment kept gaining likes many days after the publication of the panel. This slide contains some of my favorite comments from year 3. Compared to year 2, I wrote more fun comments that ended up rather lengthy, so I won't read all of these either, but I will explain a little bit about why the top 3 in particular ended up as my favorite. I have a fun reply to a comment on one of my own videos in 3rd. Responding to just an emoji and a username, the result was something superb. A comment I left on a video made by We3Boys was my second favorite, partly due to the comment's uniqueness and partly due to their perfect response to it. My favorite comment of the year, though, was a remark that didn't rhyme at all. It reacted to some amusing on-screen text from a Jamie Grace lyric vid, then incorporated the message of the song to give an explanation as to why I'd call attention to the detail and then detail the requisites for if it were to be actually implemented. There's more to why this one is significant, but I don't want to cry, so I'm hesitant to go deeper into the backstory as to why the comment and all of the lovely responses it garnered meant much more to me than just, oh that's cool, I'm honored. Suffice it to say that it's a story of forgiveness after I'd made an error, which had taken place in a Jamie Grace comment section roughly 5 months prior. To clarify, it wasn't that I hadn't been forgiven earlier, but that this assured me I was forgiven for what had transpired. I didn't make many videos in year 3, but I enjoyed some of the ones that I did. Here's a list of my fondest productions, with the rank based upon how satisfying and enjoyable it was to make each particular vid. This wasn't my primary focus, so I won't stay on this slide very long. I will say though, the top spot went to an unlisted video, since it was the most satisfying to put together after other unsatisfying attempts. It's not unlisted because I didn't like it, on the contrary, I chose to have it publicly accessible, but only from a vid that provided context which I thought was relevant. Next up I have a list of people who encouraged this channel the most in year 3, and while I attempted to list out as many individuals as I could on this slide, in order to fit more in, I combined some of the similar names of various people into a single entry. For example, Kate represents folks with names like Kate, Kat, Catherine, Katrina, Katie, and Morton. If you don't see your name on this list, neither spelled out nor a related term in which you might find yourself properly represented, don't let your countenance worsen. Recognize that I included you, dear viewer, in the bottom right corner using the German und du, which uses the familiar form of you, singular, to address each viewing person. Ich danke dir für deine Zeit und deine schönen Worte, ob du auf Englisch oder Deutsch oder Emoji mit mir sprichst. Es gibt viele YouTube-Kanäle und zahlreiche andere Internetorte, aber ja, ich bin hier und ich schätze, dass du auch hier bist. Now, I was given a scripture for year 4's vision. As for what it means though, I don't know yet for certain. But it's Ecclesiastes 3:5a, which in talking about a time for everything under the heavens, says that there's a time to throw stones and a time to gather them. Whatever God's will is, may it be done in me, despite my imperfections and my failing tendencies. Though I don't know the future, I fearlessly press on into Year 4, because I believe we're not quite finished yet. Ja, ich bin hier.